The 21st century has ushered in a new era of great power competition, with the United States and China at the forefront. These two nations possess the world's largest economies and most powerful militaries. The world watches closely as their rivalry unfolds. This essay will provide a balanced and factual comparison of U.S. and Chinese military capabilities in 2025. For decades, the United States has reigned supreme as a global military power. However, China's rapid economic growth has fueled a remarkable military modernization program. This has significantly narrowed the gap between the two nations' armed forces. Understanding the capabilities, advancements, and strategies of both the U.S. and Chinese militaries is crucial for comprehending the evolving global balance of power. The stakes are high. The future of international security and the global order hinges on the relationship between these two superpowers. Will the United States maintain its military dominance, or will China emerge as a peer competitor? The answer to this question will shape the geopolitical landscape for generations to come. The United States military remains the most powerful in the world, boasting unparalleled global reach and technological sophistication. Its capabilities span across all domains: air, land, sea, and space. The U.S. Air Force operates over 5,000 aircraft, including advanced fighter jets like the F-35 Lightning II and F-22 Raptor. These aircraft provide the U.S. with unmatched air superiority capabilities. The U.S. Navy, with its 11 aircraft carriers, projects American power across the globe. These carriers are essentially floating cities, each capable of launching and recovering hundreds of aircraft. On land, the U.S. Army fields a highly trained and well-equipped force. This includes the iconic M1 Abrams tank and the AH-64 Apache attack helicopter. These assets give the U.S. Army a decisive edge in conventional ground warfare. The U.S. Marine Corps, known for its expeditionary capabilities, is trained to rapidly deploy to any crisis around the world. The U.S. military also maintains a vast nuclear arsenal. This serves as the ultimate deterrent against large-scale attacks. These capabilities, combined with extensive combat experience and a global network of allies, solidify the United States' position as a military superpower. China's military, the People's Liberation Army (PLA), has undergone a dramatic transformation in recent decades. Once a largely conscripted force equipped with outdated technology, the PLA has rapidly modernized. It now poses a credible challenge to U.S. military dominance, particularly in the Indo-Pacific region. China's Air Force has made significant strides. They now possess advanced fighter jets like the J-20, designed to compete with the U.S. F-22 and F-35. The PLA Navy has also seen a remarkable expansion. It now boasts 2 aircraft carriers with more under construction. This growing naval power is challenging U.S. dominance in the Western Pacific. China's ground forces remain numerically superior to those of the United States. The PLA has been investing heavily in modernizing its equipment. This includes developing new tanks, artillery systems, and armored vehicles. Furthermore, China has developed a formidable arsenal of ballistic and cruise missiles. These are capable of striking targets throughout the region, including U.S. bases. While China's nuclear arsenal is smaller than that of the United States, it is steadily growing. This is a clear signal of China's determination to achieve strategic parity with the U.S. The nature of warfare is evolving rapidly. Both the United States and China are heavily investing in advanced technologies that will define future conflicts. These technologies include drones, cyber warfare capabilities, and space-based assets. Both nations recognize the strategic importance of unmanned systems. They have developed sophisticated armed drones. The U.S. MQ-9 Reaper and the Chinese Wing Lung 2 are prime examples. These drones offer a lethal and relatively low-risk means of conducting airstrikes and surveillance operations. Cyber warfare has emerged as a critical domain in modern conflict. The United States possesses highly advanced cyber capabilities. These are used for both offensive and defensive purposes. China has also been rapidly developing its cyber warfare capabilities. It now poses a significant threat in cyberspace. Space has become another arena of great power competition. The United States has traditionally dominated space. However, China has been actively developing anti-satellite weapons and other space-based capabilities. These developments pose a challenge to U.S. space dominance. Section 5. Global Footprints, Influence, and Alliances. Beyond military hardware, regional influence and alliances play a crucial role in projecting power. The United States has long cultivated a global network of alliances. These partnerships provide the U.S. with access to bases, intelligence sharing, and military cooperation. This network of allies amplifies U.S. power projection capabilities. China, on the other hand, has traditionally pursued a more isolationist foreign policy. However, in recent years, China has been actively working to expand its influence beyond its borders. China has been investing heavily in infrastructure projects in developing countries through its Belt and Road Initiative. China has also been strengthening its diplomatic and military ties with countries in Asia, Africa, and Latin America. The United States maintains a significant military presence around the world, with bases in Europe, Asia, and the Middle East. This global presence allows the U.S. to respond rapidly to crises and project power far from its shores. China, in contrast, has been more focused on building up its military capabilities in its own backyard, particularly in the South China Sea and East China Sea. While the U.S. still maintains a larger global footprint, China's influence is undoubtedly growing, especially in regions where China has made significant economic and diplomatic inroads. Section 6. Nuclear Arsenals, a delicate balance of terror. Both the United States and China possess nuclear weapons, adding a layer of complexity to their military rivalry. The U.S. has a larger and more sophisticated nuclear arsenal, which includes a triad of land-based intercontinental ballistic missiles, submarine-launched ballistic missiles, and strategic bombers. China's nuclear arsenal is smaller but growing, primarily focused on land-based intercontinental ballistic missiles and a small but growing number of submarine-launched ballistic missiles. The nuclear arsenals of both countries serve as a deterrent against large-scale attacks. The concept of mutually assured destruction has underpinned strategic stability between the two superpowers. However, the modernization of China's nuclear forces, particularly its development of more survivable second-strike capabilities, has raised concerns about the future stability of the nuclear balance. The risk of miscalculation or accidental escalation in a crisis remains a serious concern. Both the United States and China have a responsibility to engage in dialogue and risk reduction measures to prevent a nuclear catastrophe. The future of global security hinges on the ability of these two nuclear powers to manage their rivalry responsibly. Section 7. Strengths and Weaknesses, a comparative analysis. The United States and China each possess distinct strengths and weaknesses in their military capabilities. The U.S. military benefits from decades of combat experience, technological sophistication, and a global network of allies. The U.S. military remains unmatched in its ability to project power globally, thanks to its vast Navy, airlift capabilities, and strategically located bases. The United States also retains a technological edge in many areas, particularly in submarine warfare and intelligence gathering. China's military, while rapidly modernizing, still faces challenges. The PLA has limited combat experience compared to the U.S. military. China also lags behind the U.S. in certain technological areas, such as jet engine technology and advanced semiconductor manufacturing. However, China's military is rapidly catching up, making significant investments in research and development. China also enjoys the advantage of geographical proximity in the event of a conflict in the Indo-Pacific region, giving it a potential home field advantage. Furthermore, China's growing economic might allow it to sustain a long-term military modernization program, potentially eroding the U.S. military's technological edge over time. The PLA's focus on asymmetric warfare capabilities, such as anti-ship ballistic missiles and cyber warfare, poses a significant challenge to U.S. military superiority. Section 8. The Shifting Sands, the Future of Military Power. The balance of military power between the United States and China is shifting. While the U.S. military remains the most powerful in the world today, China's rapid modernization and growing assertiveness are undeniable. The gap between the two militaries is narrowing, particularly in the Indo-Pacific region. The future of military power will be shaped by a complex interplay of factors including technological innovation, economic strength, diplomatic alliances, and strategic choices. The United States must adapt to this changing landscape by maintaining its technological edge, strengthening its alliances, and developing innovative military strategies to address the challenges posed by China's rise. The world is entering an era of greater strategic uncertainty. The potential for miscalculation and conflict between the United States and China is a real concern. It is imperative that both nations engage in dialogue, build trust, and manage their competition responsibly. The future of global security depends on it.